Hey guys, Marshall here with another episode. This one specifically is going to be about being the playmaker, being the individual that makes plays, really, in your life. And I have some specific examples about how being a playmaker could have led to different parts of my life where I had success. Um, I just have this specific memories of whenever I was a soccer player, and I was willing to take on a higher pressure role because I really wanted to be that person that that made plays for the team. I didn't not exactly score goals all the time, but be the person that can distribute the ball in the center of the field, and that's what I did. I was the center mid of the field in my high school team and my college team, and I took on that role. I really loved that role to create that opportunity for the team. And I'd like for you to kind of channel that for yourself too, because a lot of this sort of led to other parts of my life where I was willing to take these take on these challenges and opportunities, try to meet people and shoot my shot, if you will. And so I'd really like to see a lot of other people take those opportunities. And there's like a pivotal point here on take like taking on these opportunities and really winning. And we we as a team, in high school, we had a lot of disconnections, if you will. And one of the largest disconnection was um, in the playoff game. We became very reactive. Honestly, even in other games besides the playoff games, we were very reactive in a way and not pushing the tempo. You'll see that in even pro teams. They don't push, they don't really take control of the tempo and start to react in a way. And a lot of times they lose. You'll see that in the Kansas City Chiefs. They will run up the scoreboard on the team. They don't care what team it is. They will run up the scoreboard and they will not be reactive to the other team. And that's how they were. I mean, maybe not exactly last season, but other seasons they didn't care. They were just they're going to go out. They're going to go out there and they're going to put up points every single time they get the ball. They don't care what the score is. They're out there to win the game. And so, one thing that I think the soccer team really, didn't have in a way was that unreactiveness in a way. Like, are we gonna push up the field as a team, or are we scared that we might create a counterattack? And so sometimes we didn't always play really challenging teams, but all of a sudden we're in the playoff game and we need to get a goal. We need to score a goal, and we didn't ever even end up scoring a goal that game. We lost 2-0. We had tons of great opportunities, but there was still that disconnect, that fear that we were gonna, you know, lose possession of the ball, and inevitably we never scored a goal, and we ended up on that reactive side where we're down one goal, and what are we gonna do? They were able to kind of control the game. So that's something you got to watch out for in social situations, business life. You don't want to be the one that's reacting to the other person. You want to have a strong frame of mind, and um, we've talked about this before, but belief systems and values can create that strong frame of mind. Um, and this will this usually leads to success. This unreactiveness. This leads to you taking on opportunities. This leads to you taking shots whenever um, you don't even feel like you can hit the shot. There's so many times in my life where I took shots without even thinking about it, whereas other people, they weren't really comfortable in taking a shot from whatever position they were in. I had just, not only had I done it before, and that's why I was willing to take the shot, but some people don't are so scared to even take that shot that they never do take the shot, and they squander these opportunities that they can have whenever they're right there. It's on their left foot, their non dominant foot. Um, these doubts, these uncertainty, these things that are outside of people's comfort zones, a lot of times they don't do that do they don't challenge themselves enough, and so that's one of the specific parts of today. But also, um, are you gonna be the playmaker that, whether it's for your family, whether it's for your team, whether it's just for yourself, are you gonna be the playmaker, or are you gonna wait for something to happen really in your life? And another thing that was also congruent to this is whenever I made this switch from being an athlete into gaming after I suffered a spinal cord injury. I needed that competitive aspect in my life, and I wanted it back again. So that's what I did. I was gaming, and I was taking on these angles and opportunities, and I was learning from them. And some people aren't willing to take those opportunities, those angles, and they're not learning quick enough. And they have to learn from themselves. They need to take that angle that they're scared to take, because it can create that opportunity for your team and all your teammates. In the games that I'm playing, there's a lot of pressure on your teammates to be able to take these angles and these sort of opportunities. And if they don't ever take that angle, whenever they get put in that situation, they usually crumble. And so maybe you do take that angle. Maybe you fail, you take a step back and you don't take that angle the second time. But a lot of times you're forced to take that angle, and if you haven't taken that angle before, you're going to get just blown away. So that's how it is in life. And if you never have success at that angle that you take, you're just never going to take it, really. So you just have to keep taking these different angles, learning from them, figure out what angles you should be taking, and really, push yourself to be your best. Um, I just think about how I said that exact same thing to my teammates in a way so many times, to decide whether um, decide during certain situations, whenever the opportunity is right, to pressure the other team, to be the cause, not the effect, to be the action, not the reaction, because ultimately, if you let people hang around for so much in a game, whenever you have to fight that team, if you let them hang around long enough, they're just going to end up um, taking over in a way, if they're good enough. I mean, because that's what I play. I play competitive games, and I want that sort of situation where if I don't take that action, that other team's thinking the same thing, if they're smart enough to take the action to take us out of the game. So whether it's gaming, whether it's soccer, whether it's in your business life, you don't want to be the person that's pushed away from a sale because um, they're scared. They're scared that they're gonna, what the outcome could be. They're scared to make an investment, even though that investment could, be really good for them. I mean, in that aspect, you got to always make sure you do your research in investing. But if the opportunity is right, you really, if it really makes sense to you, if it's in your realm of understanding in investing, you can't be scared to push some money around, or else you're not going to grow. Just like it's just like, if you're not investing, you're just sitting on the bench. You're not even taking the shot on the field. You're not even hitting that angle on the right side of for your team in the gaming world. It's it's just you're just sitting in your comfort zone, and so we just have to stand. We just got to get out of our comfort zone, and that's something I want to work on more in the future. Getting out of my comfort zone. I'm in a wheelchair. I want to go out. I want to meet new people. Maybe I make new business connections. Maybe I meet new mentors, people that can push me to a higher level, and that's what I'm interested in. Other people that have the same sort of focus as me. You know, I have these good buddies that I game with, but I have other buddies that I enjoy gaming with a lot too, not because they're good friends of mine, but they have taken on these challenges to be, you know, really successful in that specific video game or whatever. Um, I have teammates that I've had in the past that have became very successful soccer players and played at the semi-pro level because they took on that challenge of being the playmaker. That's the people that really make it to the next level, the playmakers. And I think about how I could have I could have done even more amazing things in my career as a soccer player in the business world if I would have surrounded myself with people that were better than me. And I think about this and I really wish I would have went to Spain, studied abroad and played soccer in Spain because I would have been playing with 20 people on my team that were better than me. Everybody in Spain is going to be better than me. I mean, most likely, I don't know for sure. I was a pretty good soccer player, but I imagine if I went to Spain and played soccer at the college level in Spain or whatever, you know, I don't even know what it would be called there in Spain. They don't even probably think of it as collegiate soccer. They probably have specific football leagues. But I would have been surrounded with a bunch of people that were better than me, even a coach that was better than my coaches in America. No offense. But that is really how you get to the next level. I could have became even more of a playmaker, surrounding myself with other playmakers out in Spain, and then maybe came back after several years, played college soccer or whatever at an even higher level, and who knows where it could have gone. But that wasn't really something that I was as focused on as I probably should have been. Now that I think about it, now that I'm in a wheelchair, all I want to do is play soccer. It's really, you know, you just never know what's going to happen. You have to take those opportunities. Right now, I feel like I'm in a game of soccer, except I'm down 3 points at halftime, and I got to figure out how I can claw my way back into this game. And I'm not, and I got, whenever I was a junior in high school, we had that same exact scenario. We were in a playoff game. We were down 3-0, and I felt like we got a really good response from our coach in that game. A better response than we did my senior year whenever it was 0-0 going into the second half in the playoff game. We got this great response saying, "Hey guys, you know what to do. You know how to play this game. I know you guys are capable of getting back in this game. It's really up to you." And then, I mean, we looked around at each other. I don't think I remember seeing somebody that was like doubting themselves. Whenever we played our playoff game our senior year, you looked around that room, it was 0-0. Everybody was there. Not everybody. There were some people specifically that were doubting themselves, doubting the team. They were really creating some negative energy, creating this confusion, creating this doubt in their own mind, trying to create doubt in the other mind. It was like we had already lost the game at halftime. And so this mental battle, taking these opportunities, going up against the competition, not being afraid to make that call, make that sales call. There's all these opportunities that happen in your life where you can sort of just grow from and push yourself in the investing world, business world, whatever it may be. Make those networks. Believe in yourself. Believe that you should be the one that is getting to the next level, getting that raise. And so it's really up to you if you want to be a playmaker or not. And I want to be a playmaker. So That's why I'm here making this video. I want to be a playmaker. I'm going to continue taking on that role as a playmaker in video games. I probably won't ever be able to play soccer again. So if you're out there playing soccer, playing sports, be the playmaker. What the heck's, you know, who cares if you missed a shot? Who cares if you drive the lane and somebody strips you when you're going to the basket? Do it again. Learn from it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Be the playmaker. Don't get self-consumed, but take these shots, take these opportunities, keep practicing, improve your skill set. That's really what life's about. I mean, those fundamental aspects of improvement. You know, life may not be about basketball. It might not be about soccer. It might not be about video games. But those fundamentals, really going after what you want out of life, that is extremely important. Extremely important. And channel that want inside you. I've been trying to channel that right now. I'm trying to I'm so passionate about this idea that it's really just kind of creating some energy inside me, because I really loved being a playmaker for my team. And to me, it was like really up to me whether it wasn't even really up to me whether we won or lost the game. But at the end of the day, everybody kind of, in a way, kind of expected me to make that pass to them, that perfect pass to them for them to score. Everyone, it was kind of crazy. Everyone wanted the ball off my foot because I would always push the offense, and we were kind of disconnected because some people weren't willing to join the attack and the offense, and so it ended up being up to me whether like the quarterback of the team. It ends up being on you whether or not you make that pass to that skilled player. I had skilled players on my team. It wasn't always up to me to score the goals. I had skilled players. I had to find them. I had to find them even though I was having trouble. And at halftime, we were all dysfunctional. The passes weren't going to them. The guys that really wanted the ball inside the box, in certain situations, the passes weren't getting there in time. There was sort of a disconnect. There was passes that I was making before my teammates were ready to take the passes, and they felt like I wasn't doing my job, even though I really was. I promise you, I gave 100% that game. Maybe even more than 100%. In the game, in my best game I ever played, I feel like I might have gave it 110, because I felt like I almost died on the field. I almost felt like I was going to have cardiac arrest for how hard I tried that day. And so obviously I didn't have cardiac arrest, and I played it. We end up winning the game and everything, which is great. Don't push yourself to cardiac arrest, that's for sure. But no regrets for that game. That's for sure. I do have regrets in the game we lost in the playoff, but I still believe I gave 100%. There was a lot of people that gave 100% that day. It just wasn't able to happen, and it was a great team effort. And I look at that loss as maybe I carry that loss the rest of my life as like just a reason to keep pushing for that win, because I can't play soccer anymore. But I'm gonna find that winning situation, and I'm gonna keep. Even though there's adversity in gaming, people don't really think you should be gaming. Hey, take away the fundamentals, bring that to your life, and also refocus that on your gaming if you have to, if that's something that you're really passionate about. Keep doing it. Do it at a high level. Do it at the highest level possible. Keep pushing yourself, but also, your own health is really important too. I don't want to push you too hard. Your own health is really important, in your work life too. Don't push yourself too far where you're not focused on your own health and your own improvement. your profession is just an extension of you, and it's something that you should also take care of take into consideration your own health and everything. Maybe it is a time to also think about that, but that's not exactly what this whole episode is about. I'd like to wrap it up here. Um, I think about how I took. Actually, maybe I won't. Maybe this will be a long episode. I like to think about how I took on another role um, uh, in a social circle where I wanted to. I wanted to. I was into social dynamics and everything outside of college, after college, and I took on this role where I wanted to help my friends in their social abilities, and there was nobody else was taking on that role except for me. I was looking at that opportunity mainly for myself, but it wasn't just about myself. It was about basically my social circle was just basically a team to me. I wanted to go out at night with my buddies, and I wanted to give them chances, outside of their comfort zone. And so I was opening so many groups of people, talking to so many new groups of people. It was just absurd how much feedback I was getting. I was giving them more feedback too. I mean, the group, we were such a good, like, we were good looking guys. A lot of situation you probably get turned down on if you're not congruent and if your vocal projection isn't bad, but a lot of times we would get away with things because we were good looking. We were really good looking dudes. So there really was nothing to be afraid of. Every group of women we opened, we shouldn't have been afraid at all. We had a lot of good things going on for us. We were out of college. We all had graduated. You know, we were all basically making that new step. I was basically a partner with my brother in a landscaping business at the time, and we all had different aspects that we were really proud of what we were doing. Um, and I would re-encourage my buddies to think about, um, you know, the things that I thought that was really cool what they were doing. Some of them were engineers, some of them were had a strong job, a nice truck, all these things. You got a lot of good things going for you. You're improving your health. You're in good shape. You're doing all this stuff. You should be looking for a woman that does the same exact things in a way. If that's what you want, make sure you're make sure you're out there keeping this strong frame that you have a lot of great things going for you, and that person that you're looking for, make sure you're asking questions about what they do. Like, I feel like a great question is, what do you do on a Saturday, your day off, for a few hours in the afternoon? It's a good example. And you're going to figure out what kind of person that person is on a Saturday. They're not working. Are they bettering themselves? You're going to figure it, and if they can't answer that question, it's kind of ridiculous too. But it's it's a good way to figure out what a person's about besides their job, because that's kind of just a boring topic sometimes. But the real key fundamental thing is you're kind of flipping the script in a way. It's something I learned in the past. It's just kind of making sure you're seeing if that woman can fit into your life in a way. Does she have the right um, mentality? Does she have the right, um, you know, real world skills, or does she fit into your life? I don't know exactly what girl you're after. You should probably list the things that you want in a girl, and those are the type of things that you should be asking women to see if they fit into that thing. Because all these girls that are very socially aware are going to be doing the same exact things. because they have a lot of guys going up to them, asking them out or whatever. They want to figure out if you have what it takes to fit into her life. But really, you're a man or a woman, whoever's watching. But you're a man. If you really want a beautiful girl in your life, you have to have a life where she can kind of join into your life in a way. You guys are both joining lives in a way. Is she going to take up too much of your time? Are you focused on your job? Or are you going to take too much up of her time when she's trying to focus on her job? So you got to figure out what exactly you're really looking for. And that will show that you have a very strong outlook in the world, in socializing, and you're looking for somebody that also provides value. If you can provide value, you should be looking for somebody else that can provide some value into your life. And that's going to be really important there. Definitely, definitely think about the ways that you can sort of provide value into somebody else's life also, because this stuff will get you only so far unless you can also provide value into somebody else's life. Can you help them in their business life in a way? I'd like to be somebody that can, on a social level, consult people and help them reach their business goals. Ask them what they really want. What do they really want to reach? What do they really want to do with their business life, with their whatever industry they work into. And so find a way where you can also provide some value, whatever it may be. Maybe it's just your energy. Maybe you just have amazing energy, enthusiasm. Maybe you can provide value that way. Maybe even a motivator in a way. I don't know what it is. There's all kinds of different ways to provide value for people and to help them. And that's just a really it's a strong way to go about life. Really, is to find ways to provide value for other people. Maybe it's a service. Maybe you do a business service for people. You're providing value in a way. It's such a pivotal part of marketing a business. What value do you provide? In gaming, what value do you provide? Are you a playmaker? Can you handle different roles? Do you have the bandwidth to handle different roles? Whether you're on a soccer team, football team, baseball team, basketball team, can you handle different roles? Are you flexible in a way? Can you do the uncomfortable stuff? And the more uncomfortable stuff you do, it just kind of creates just a strong person. These strong aspects that you carry on from your athletics to your business life, just so important. It's just those fundamental things that you carry with you. Maybe soccer isn't going to be something you even do outside of high school. Maybe whatever sport it is isn't something you're going to do out of high school. Take with you those aspects of seizing opportunities and create some momentum in your life. And I do encourage, I think I might have talked about this already, but I'm shooting this video for the second time. I try to encourage my buddies that I'm gaming with to take advantage of sort of situations whenever we're up in a fight. If you're not willing to take advantage, it's like seizing the opportunity in a counter attack in soccer. If you don't see that advantage and if you're just a reactive person and you're just like hoping you win the game, if you don't seize that opportunity, that counterattack, it's worth investing some extra energy in that counterattack because you have a great opportunity. And so whenever we're gaming and I see an opportunity, I want my teammates to sort of seize it. And I can't always tell them, this is the opportunity you should be seizing. Like, we are up, we have somebody already downed in a way. Let's say we're having a 3v3 fight in a battle royale. We have somebody downed. We need to get another angle where we can sort of make sure that they don't get that person revived and take advantage of the situation. That team, unless you sort of just take advantage of those situations and keep fighting and keep working forward, by the end of the game, you're not going to be ready to take advantage of that situation. And so that momentum in a battle royale match, there's so many of these congruent aspects that just work into your life. And yeah, I'd like for my, because I can't always be the playmaker. If that person's knocked, I need my teammates to be able to be the playmaker in that scenario. And really, I see some of my teammates that really aren't competitive gamers really blossoming in that way to take advantage of situations where they thought that, I think a year ago, they thought they'd never be in that situation where they could take advantage of, you know, they'd step into an uncomfortable situation and just be so surprised at what they could possibly do. And I absolutely love that. I love when people can surprise themselves at what they can do. And I love that too whenever I surprise myself. Like, I hit that shot and I'm like, I don't even know if I would have taken that shot, years ago. In my soccer career, in one of the most pivotal games, I took a shot that, maybe I wasn't comfortable taking that shot early on in the year, but I did it. And I scored probably my most memorable goal ever, because I was willing to take that shot. Everybody was astonished that I took the shot. The shot was just absolutely drilled, upper 90. Everybody was blown away. The goalie was blown away that I scored on. Everybody on the field couldn't even believe that I could hit a shot like that. It was Ronaldo-esque, professional level shot. Perfect. And so I did it so many times in practice. I didn't do it in a game too often, but I hit that perfect shot. And there was other times in life where I feel like I hit that perfect shot, and there's times in my gaming life where I've hit that perfect shot. And then hopefully one day in my life I meet that amazing girl, and I take that opportunity, to approach her. And that's what it's all about, really. Just rising above your own limiting beliefs, pushing yourself to take on these difficult situations, to just grow as a person, grow your spirit in you, grow your energy, grow your vocal projection, and just reach your full potential. I don't feel like I'm at my full potential, and I want to reach it. I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone. I know a lot of people that feel like they're just comfortable in the situation they're in, and I'm not anymore. I'm not comfortable with it. I want to do some different things with my life. I want to step out of this zone, and I want you to also do something just different. Do something different. Do something a little edgy. Talk to that girl that's just way out of your league, if you think. But really, I mean, the more you get better at this, the more you're going to think that there's no woman out of your league. And that's really the core belief that you should have. There's no person out there that's really better than you. Right in that moment, they might be better than you in a way. But really, in your core, you can be just as good as everybody else out there. And maybe you aren't better that day, but the next day, the day after, maybe you're better. Maybe you're that dude a year down the line. And so we all come into this world equal. It's really up to you if you want to rise above it, if you want to take on that playmaker attitude, that responsibility. Are you willing to try and score that goal for your team? Are you willing to take on all that pressure for you or your team? Because I was, and I want to keep doing that. And you should too. Because that's going to really grow you as a person. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with another episode soon.